All right, here we go. Third time's a charm. We're back on OBS, but now that we've reconfigured the settings, maybe we'll be good. Maybe we'll just call it quits.
Everyone to the line of scrimmage. If he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Caught right side, Gresham. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder.
Is this even working here? Oh, you guys are commenting that it's good. On my screen, it's not showing up.
Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins
saying it's good.
Their way out.
We'll see about
year,
that.
A fairly quiet 7-9. Now the big change, of course, for 2018 here. Exit Kirk Cousins.
We'll see what happens when my laptop starts getting a little hotter.
That change.
The changes that you have
I think a big problem I had there was the the Elgato, which captures the game footage, was recording / capturing in 1080, and then I was trying to stream in 720, so my computer is constantly like reconfiguring it. So hopefully this is good.
Drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of
rebuild or just testing the game. I'd call it a half rebuild, half test. We're gonna get through, get to the draft and stuff here pretty quickly.
Throwing on third down, Smith. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Alright, so hopefully now I can kind of relax about the stream and focus on the game now.
Eluding the pressure.
Let's get rid of that.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options.
How do I feel about EA's original rosters? I have a video about that if you want to watch it.
That's the exact right throw.
I don't like them, I'll tell you that much. The reason I do my roster and spend 50, 60 hours on one console.
No one got it. Back to the air, Smith on second down, and it's incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem
Am I gonna play PC? It all depends on the modding community, because I totally will if they release good mods and stuff. Make franchise mode even better.
The defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get
there, Smith. Nice.
Even after more
I think Deion Lewis's rating is too high. What is his rating? Because I am very high on Deion Lewis, but I'm not sure what they have now.
I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
So not quite as much separation on those corner routes, it looks like, or the out routes, sorry. I'm just kind of testing out some of the things that were a little cheesier in 18.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. On first down, Smith. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, he dropped it.
And his throw here's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remember...
I mean, I disagree that it looks just like Madden 18.
I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
I mean, you can't expect, like, massive increments from one year to the next. You can tell it's a little different.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Ooh, I like that little juke. Test out these inside runnings, running a little bit here.
And now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, He's becoming more like a body
Shaquille Griffin,
guy.
the only way he's a Pro Bowler is if it's as a special teamer. I don't think he's going to start and play too much.
Going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they're driving, but they come up on a third
Shaquille Griffin? Here. Shaquille Griffin could be a Pro Bowler, not Shaquem. Sorry, most questions are about Shaquem.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg, rolling to his right.
Oh, that was nice. That's a drop in Madden 18 99% of the time. You can't catch the ball while getting touched. And then he also fought for some yards. That was nice.
Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well. Because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
They go to Johnson again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
3rd and 7.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's try out these. There's a new sticks. They play the sticks better if you do the sticks assignment on the coverage.
From the gun, Bradford.
Frickin' Larry.
First catch
3rd down machine.
And he picks up the first.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. Here's Bradford.
It's another contested catch. I was going to Twitch, but then we basically battled through a bunch of technical issues because when I first went to Twitch, it wasn't letting me stream. I didn't know why. I looked it up. Because this is technically a beta, it wasn't going to let me stream from Xbox. So then I tried to stream from a different software. It was just straight up not working. And then we kind of figured it out. I'm suspect that in about 10 minutes, this stream is going to go to hell again. Because my computer is going to heat up again. But we'll see. I definitely fixed some settings, so hopefully we're good. And if we are good, that's going to be the start of more and more streams, that's for sure.
You got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Ooh, that could have been offsides.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up?
Thanks, Mr. Smith.
So to speak, is what you said.
Appreciate you.
So far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film
check the
room,
description, Jack.
Clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Off the play fake, Bradford.
Oh, can we get a pick? Quentin? Hey, there you go. Yeah, I'm really happy about the ball carrier cuts and stuff. In my limited time running, it feels a lot better. First achievement unlocked. Successfully used the swap mechanic to force
a reminder coming
pass.
Up at the half. We hook up with a new guy, Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis, and more importantly, this
Damon Webb was your #1 safety in the draft. Give me a reminder because I don't think he was even on my draft board.
After the interception, here's Smith.
Oh, catch the ball, Jameson.
The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 2nd and 10, Smith.
Oh, what was that?
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target.
That was interesting. I always complain about I'll run the rock once we get to the second quarter here because we're trying to score here. 2-minute drill.
If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
But, like I was saying, let me convert this 3rd down and then I'll get back on that tangent.
Here's Smith on 3rd down.
Again, and that also goes with what I was about to say. A big complaint I had about QB accuracy in Madden 18 is that your quarterback would either miss by 10 yards or hit him in perfect stride. And based on those last 2 throws, it would seem that you can miss by an inch.
18 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense
so I'm happy about that.
Making their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
and there's a drop. So we're already seeing a big difference in gameplay here, guys.
Well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off.
And everything so far has been pretty realistic.
Hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
If I had to guess what kind of QB will Josh Allen become, don't put that evil on me. That guy is the most polarizing QB prospect we've had in a long time.
They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up
while I like Josh Allen, and I'm definitely higher on him than the majority of people, especially draft Twitter, if I had to guess, I'm going to say bust because I don't think there's a very good surrounding core there, but I do think it's a good culture fit for him. But I definitely have a larger percentage of myself that says he can be a franchise quarterback, even an elite quarterback. I saw a lot of nice things in college that I think a lot of draft personalities didn't give him credit for. I'm excited to see him play out. I don't think he should play this year. I think that'd be really bad news for him. Oh, Scandrick, nice play.
Rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first
half, oh, believe me, Andrew, I don't.
Guys, what are you doing? But instead,
I'm not a sucker for the echo chamber.
2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well, swarming to the ball here in the first half.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up first.
But there is certainly concerns about some of his college tape. It would be a fool to deny that. But I think he did not get enough credit for a guy that can make a lot of big plays.
Cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a
Explain
new
why I
set
don't
of
care about
downs.
tackle numbers. That is a very,
Well, he did a nice
very
job
good
keeping his eyes downfield,
and
waiting for
reasonable
someone
thing to
get
ask.
open. But once the pressure forced his
Multiple
eyes down to
reasons.
see the
Number
rush,
one
it was time to make a break for it.
is, and I'm going to try this out route again. Here.
On 1st and 10,
Still works pretty well.
The out route incomplete. It's Richardson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Is it possible if you donate $170? Yeah, that would reach the stretch goal. Oh, jeez. Clock. You guys are so distracting, man. Too many questions. Like, I'm having too much fun talking with you guys, though. It's hard to focus, live commentate, and read comments at the same time. We were talking about tackle numbers. Why I don't like them, why I don't look at them, really. Why I don't care that Joe Schobert made the Pro Bowl last year. Why I think Blake Martinez is overrated.
And he has got it from 55 yards away.
For one, it's very dependent on the team's scheme. So if you're a team like, say, Jacksonville, where your front seven is very active, you have D tackles who are making tackles, and then you have two, even in the case of Paul Posluszny being there last year, 3 really good linebackers. Number one is you're going to have a lot of guys on that team making tackles. Or maybe the Seahawks and you have a guy like Cam Chancellor who's being asked to make a lot of tackles. So from team to team, it's just a very inconsistent number to look at. Just like in the Packers case, Blake Martinez led the league in tackles last year, and I think there's 100 NFL players that would have led the team in tackles because you're playing middle linebacker behind one of the 3 or 4 best defensive lines in football in terms of eating blocks, dominating the line of scrimmage, and opening up lanes for your linebackers to make those plays. So while it's nice that he gets there and doesn't miss a lot of tackles, I care so much more about coverage, understanding route concepts, getting and throwing lanes.
After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go. 15.
On 1st down, it's Smith.
Get rid of that.
And he just
Tackle for loss a little better. I mean, in general, those that have been around this channel for a while know I'm not a stats guy. I work for Pro Football Focus. Analytics is one thing, and there's a lot of good things about analytics, but I still think football, at its heart, is not an analytics sport like baseball. Most of... Oh, nice spin. I like that. I'm trying to run the ball more so you can see more run animations. But unlike baseball or basketball, where analytics are much more about one-on-one opportunities, and it's much more predictive in that way. You know, baseball, you can say, okay, this guy, every time he faces a left-handed pitcher that throws 95 mile an hour or more,
they'll try and get it with Geis.
You know, he wins that matchup, or he loses that matchup. In football, say you're trying to grade a quarterback, there's so many factors to a play. It's not as simple as he's seeing a 95 mile an hour fastball at this part in the strike zone. There's 5 linemen in front of him with their own matchups. There's 5 eligible receivers in their matchups. There's the play call, and if it was the right play call for what the other team's play call was. It's just very hard to use stats and analytics to predict things. I'm much more about looking at a guy's skill set. You know, Bucky Brooks said 85% players in the NFL are system players, and that's totally true. So I'm much more about what's this guy's talents,
part remains
can
to be
you
seen,
project
but they got the first part done
in
very
his
well.
current situation that he's going to be able to do a certain thing that he's being asked to do? And then there's 15% of NFL players that are truly transcendent, and those are the superstars. And I prefer that approach as opposed to, well, this guy had more passing yards than the other guy, therefore he's better. And most people aren't that simple, but I think you guys know what I mean. So that's my spiel on stats versus analytics.
Stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4
and
yards
film.
on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Oh, stop it, Lions fan. The Packers were second in Super Bowl odds last year before Aaron Rodgers got hurt. They were 4-1, and most people had them ranked at number 1 in the power rankings. So let's not act like being ranked in the top 10 is too high for Green Bay.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do.
What do I think about QB wins? Is that a trap? Are you trying to piss me off?
That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again.
Oh, way too early 2019 mock draft? Well, this weekend I'm going to start diving into that class. I really haven't done a whole lot. I've watched a few of the quarterbacks, but I would be in no position to have any sort of... Ooh, look at that hit. I'd be in no position to have any sort of good analysis on next year's draft class at this current time.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
I think you should do $170. I am not going to tell you no on putting $150 on my Patreon.
Yeah, partner, you know,
I will literally bend over backwards for you and whatever you want done. And I think the PS4 community would appreciate that as well. But if you do, just a warning, I'm still going to do Xbox first. Because our TFGO league is dependent on that getting done. So if you do it, you're still going to have to wait till probably, to give a pessimistic outlook, like next Monday for me to start working on it. And then you're looking at, 3 days or so to get it done.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense.
It would go a little quicker because all the research and decisions would be made. It would just be copying it over.
That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
For the Skins, baby.
Second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to
Still can't tell if
get
you're serious or
him going.
not.
He's a big part of their
You're getting me
offense.
kind of hyped.
They go play action. Now
Oh, no, he's going to run that. No, he's not. It's Sam Bradford. What are we talking about?
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to
Madskins, you're literally, if you do that, you're literally going to become
But you have to keep trying.
like the first religious figure of that franchise guy.
Always trying to get him the football.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Bradford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Bradford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
All right, one more quarter, and then we're just going to get
to,
I don't know. I think we want to see the draft, right? We want to see the draft, how development works, and all that stuff. So we're just gonna sim up. We'll do training and stuff, but we're gonna sim up to.
The first down carry here for Johnson, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson taking it in from 11 yards out.
There should be some custom classes that I can download. But I think Baker Mayfield will be a bust. You not been watching all my videos this entire offseason?
You know as well as I do. Chomping at the bit. I mean, all off season, wanting to get back in form.
No, I don't.
Get back on the field.
Okay.
Show that production that he had previously. Getting into the end zone.
I was not a fan of Baker Mayfield going #1. I thought that was a terrible decision. I'm very high on Sam Darnold. And if he's good for the Jets, it's Baker Mayfield will be a bust. But people get this impression that I hate Baker. I just didn't start. Way to fight for a few yards there. I didn't start, soaking up all the love between February and May when he was all of a sudden just skyrocketed from who I thought was a late first-round prospect. And he grew on me slightly in the pre-draft process. His arm strength is better than I originally thought. But I still don't think he commands the ball around the field. And I think to be an elite, scheme transcending, teammate elevating elite quarterback, you got to have that command of the whole field. And I didn't see it in college whenever he threw deep. Not whenever. A large chunk of when he threw deep, he was throwing to wide open wide receivers. He had some good ball placement on deeper balls, but I didn't see the zip in some of those elite quarterbacks. So, look, I think he is going to be a 10-year starter in this league. I think he's better than Tyrod Taylor.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Finding some room at midfield.
I think he's going to be Alex Smith.
He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about
and I think they potentially passed on Andrew Luck to get Alex Smith.
Conservative and running that football.
Because I really am high on Darnold. I think he's got that it factor.
Down, this is Geis. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds.
All right, let's chew out this clock.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now.
Really happy with the gameplay right now. Really, really happy. I'm really excited to get my feet wet. Really playing this game a lot. Running feels great. I like that receivers are catching the ball when they get hit and then fighting for yards. I like that you can throw over the heads of linebackers and safeties playing in yellow zones and not get ridiculous jump ball catch animations. I like that the quarterbacks are realistically inaccurate. Oh, there's a drop. I like the animations. I like running. Oh, this is a big-time kick right here.
We've seen good cover skills on display.
Oh, is that going to be short? Whew. That was like my kick to send it into overtime against Detroit in the TFGO League.
Makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. And the Cardinals getting
guys, just a reminder, if you're enjoying the stream, head over to Twitch and subscribe over there. Going to be having lots of live streams on Twitch with Madden 19 out now. I'm going to live stream my roster editing.
And continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
I might not be uber active in the comments because I'm going to be very focused on that stuff, but you can at least see that stuff going on, see who I'm changing.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out.
Oh, Discord or GroupMe? Are you kidding me? It's Discord and it's not even a question mark. We used to use group me for a league, and it was unbearable compared to
He's
Discord.
going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the
And some might be
30
saying,
here.
"Oh, they're all the
Call it a
same." No.
3-yard gain, and they're
On
gonna
group
have
me,
a
you
third
can't even
down.
tag
Cardinals gotta
everyone
go
because a
quickly.
lot of
Hustling
people
to the
will
line. Short play like that in
mute
this situation is
notifications
like,
and
that's a
stuff
win for the
unless they're getting tagged. So if you got an important league announcement, you can't just straight up tag everyone in the group. You have to individually tag every member. It is so frustrating.
And they're indeed gonna
You
go
can't have
for it
sub
here on
chats for
4th down.
trades or any
So trailing here
logistical
in the last
things.
quarter,
There's
let's
just
see
so
how
many
this plays
limitations.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down. But
Eagles
not
and
before
Chargers in the
takes it
Super Bowl.
across the 40-yard
Look, I like it,
line. They
but
keep the game alive, at least
the
for
Chargers are
moment.
already
It's a
reminding
first
us
down.
why it's tough to pick
Now
the Chargers.
Bradford.
Ooh, way to break that out. I like that
And his
animation.
throw's gonna be incomplete.
I also don't love the fact that they don't have a home field advantage, the Chargers.
Covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Screen.
Screen play, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37.
I'm only going to play this one game,
And now maybe
Mr.
they want some
Awesome,
extra
because
time
I
to
think
talk
we all
about
want to
this third
see
and
the
long play
draft
as we'll get a
and the
timeout.
offseason and how that
As
stuff
it
works.
comes
But
with a minute
I'll probably
15
play
left to go in the
week 1
second
of
half.
the second season as well.
Bradford.
Assuming the stream
And the Redskins
is going to stay alive here.
He goes down for
It's
a
been
sack.
good so far,
Now,
knock on
whistles
wood.
come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Good press, Josh.
Desperation time. Bradford on 4th
Get there,
down.
DJ. Let's
This
go.
is
House it for the win.
And that should do it. Picked
Ooh.
up by DJ Swearinger. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
I do have a Discord. That seems like a good opportunity to drop my my channel Discord link here. It's usually exclusive, but I like on these live streams at some point to drop the Discord link. So I'm gonna do that right now. It'll be available for an hour, but as soon as you guys start talking again, you're probably gonna lose that link. Let's see here.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're
I think I
talking
can
about
just knee
ball
this out.
security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things
Yeah,
happen
we
down the
have.
stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
All right. Here it comes. Do. Uh-oh, don't tell me the stream's getting laggy again.
Let's go. Let's go. 15.
It's probably because I opened Discord. Let's close that.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee.
Let's go. Let's go. 15. 15.
My heart just like sinks every time it starts to lag again, because I would love to just stream constantly on YouTube, but it seems like every other time I try, I get technical issues. More rushing touchdowns for Saquon or Fournette? I'm going to go Fournette. But total touchdowns, I will take Saquon.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get
All
to
right.
call together, so special every
Also,
year.
there-
Week
that was-
one, you
it
had
looked
the
like,
flyover, the big American flag
the
out there before
screenshots
the
that
game,
will
all the
show up
hoopla,
in
just
the
having
background.
football back, so special.
It's kind of cool.
It is an opening day, opening game, There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the play.
The real question is, do I play Ultimate Team this year?
The players on your team earned XP.
Oh, nice. We got some skill points to spend.
Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game.
Alright, well, might as well use these. It's telling me the stream output's low, so really hoping you guys are fine. Jonathan Allen, we're going to go Power Rusher. Okay, that was a pretty weak upgrade there. Darius Geis. 61 receiving back. I'm actually going to go receiving just once because I want him to have better ability to catch the ball. Be more of a 3-down option. Okay. Not sure if that was worth it or not, but whatever. Deron Payne. Power Rusher. Ooh, this looks like a good one. Go Run Stopper for Ionitis. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this upgrade system. Nice, you got a strength, 2 block shed, and acceleration. That's pretty good. And then Swearinger, who is already a frickin' monster. Let's get his zone up. Very nice. Alright, so now
let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
We're gonna keep moving through the season, get to this draft.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
This is the fun part. Clicking buttons to gain XP. I'm gonna do a overall franchise mode review here after I do finish this stream. Definitely on my list of things that I want to see next year is gonna be a more intricate system for how players gain XP, how the game evaluates performance. Looks like we won week 2. You know, this is going to be just wasting my trial time.
Now, let's take a minute to see how
going
you
through
can
this
improve
week
your
by
team.
week, doing training and stuff. So we'll go to mid-season. Whoops, not 10 years. Actually, what we're going to do, we're going to skip a few weeks, maybe look at a trade and see how the trade logic is. And then we'll... Oh, scout college players. So here is the custom draft class. And this is what I was wondering is how do you... I couldn't see that in the menu, so I got to figure
all
out...
the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select to scout this player.
Alright,
and
frickin'
unlock his best
tutorial.
skill. Each skill
Get
unlocks
out of
will cost you
here.
scouting
This is the
points.
same as last year.
This
I already
player's
know how it
true
works.
skill ranking to see if you just found a diamond in the rough.
Alright, so I kind of screwed up that process. I was going to use someone's custom roster or draft class. So I'm going to set that to auto, the scouting, so that we have some scouting done by the time we get there. Weekly training to auto. Okay.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Let's go to next week and then make a trade. Who should we try and trade for? We're the Washington Redskins. I think we could really use a center.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
So, who would be a good center trade target? Oh, Jordan Reed got hurt. Shocker. J.C. Treader. Frank Ragnow. Now we're making realistic trades here, boys. This isn't RBT. We're not trading for rookies who were drafted in the first round. Those guys are untouchable. Ryan Groy. That's not a terrible one. What about AQ Shipley? Because they might want to start Mason Cole. Or maybe a good center on a bad team. Like, no, we just let Spencer Long leave to go to the Jets. That's why that made sense. How about Graham Glasgow? I mean, he should be their starting left guard, but his roster's wrong. Let's just do it. So his value should be like a 5th round pick, 4th or 5th round pick. I'm going to try and give him next year's pick because I want to use all of our picks for this year. Oh, geez. That's not going to work. I didn't mean a low blow to RBT. We just have a very different definition of what a rebuild should be, and that's fine. Some people like the more fantasy style stuff. I totally get it. That's just not my thing. I'm much more into the realistic, simulation style stuff. If they weren't even close on the trade there for... I don't even know who would be a good target. Maybe we just sign someone. If that means that it's harder to trade for guys, if a 5th round pick wasn't even close for Glasgow, geez, not a whole lot of options. That's one thing I have noticed is while pretty much every position is super inflated, you talk about my roster, how the ratings are lower. They do good. They do a good job with offensive line. I think it's very hard to get offensive linemen, but then it's just totally neglected by the fact that the offensive line rookies that the game generates are absurdly overpowered, and by the second season, it's just all computer-generated 5th and 6th round linemen. All right, we're just gonna stop wasting time here. I mean, it's not even always about the overall for the realistic trades. Like in the Jets rebuild, we traded for Cameron Wake, who was like a 90, but he's in the last year of his contract, set to possibly retire. The Dolphins were like 1-7. We gave him 2 third-round picks for him. Like that's, while I think they wouldn't have even needed that many assets to make that trade, that's a realistic trade, to go get a veteran. We were trying to make a playoff push. But to go and trade for, like, I don't know, Darius Geis, who was just drafted, like, teams aren't trading the guys they just drafted. So let's see if we made the playoffs.
You have a player healed from injury and ready to play.
9-7. That's not bad for the Skins. Definitely not bad. It's about what I would expect. And a con. You want a shout out? You got a shout out. How's it going? How do we do statistically? That's like spot on for what I projected for Alex Smith. I just made my fantasy rankings, which you guys can get if you become a Patreon supporter or hit up my PayPal, $10. That's going to be an ad in upcoming videos. But anyway, in my fantasy predictions, I statted out every player. I kid you not, I'm pretty sure I had Alex Smith for like 3,700 yards, 26 or 27 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions, maybe 10 interceptions. Good year for Geis. Crowder gets to 1,000. Doxson, that's about what you would expect. Yeah, Quinn, I love John Kelly, but that was the worst team he could have gone to because he's not going to play. If, like, the Colts would have drafted him, oh, my God. I'd have him close to Saquon Barkley. Like, I think John Kelly would explode with the Colts. Reminds me so much of Kareem Hunt. It's not even funny. So, I'm assuming we did not make the playoffs because we're 9-7, not playing in the wild card weekend. Let's use some of our... We'll go one power, one elusive here. Okay, that's pretty weak. So elusive back is the scheme fit for Geis. So he's supposed to grow faster if you focus on this. Gets an acceleration, that's good. Ooh, that's a big one. Yeah, God forbid anything happened to Todd Gurley, and yeah, John Kelly is the guy you want. That's a league winner right there. Oh, wow, the defense has a lot. A boy Monte Nicholson. We'll go one zone, one hybrid. This is just kind of like rewarding and fun, this new system. It's almost like opening Ultimate Team packs. One speed. Love it. 93 speed now. See, like in 18, you were stuck with whatever type of athlete that guy was. Like, it was just not worth it to upgrade any kind of those moves. Or ratings, I should say. All right, we're going to keep moving. My take on the safety market is Kenny Vaccaro and Eric Reed are very good, strong safety nickel defensive backs. But we are coming off of the deepest rookie nickel corner class, and the future of college football is all of these hybrid, think Minka Fitzpatrick, putting your best defender at that nickel defensive corner, strong safety position, and just because of the way college offensive play. So you're getting all these super polished nickel D-backs coming out of the draft every year who are way cheaper than guys like Kenny Vaccaro and Eric Reed. So I think that is my take on the safety market right now. And there's a reason a guy like Trey Boston, who's a little cheaper but is also a little more focused on playing center field, which is much rarer to get those rangy center fielders. That's why I still think Earl Thomas is the most valuable safety in the NFL. I love Eric Berry. I love Harrison Smith. But there's a lot more guys, Landon Collins, Malcolm Jenkins, who can play those more physical, under-the-box positions, whereas the free safety, the rangy guy, is just, especially at Earl Thomas's level, you just don't find that. It's also why you saw Trevor Bates get drafted in like the second round, because he was one of the only true free safeties in the entire class. So we're going to bring Jamison Crowder back. He wants a lot, but he had a really good year, so we'll bring him back. Nice. McPhee, you can leave. Preston Smith. Let's see. I think that's probably pretty reasonable. $5 million a year. Jesse Bates. Who did I say? Justin Bates? I think Malik Hooker could become that Earl Thomas. I really think highly of him. I don't know if he's quite, he might be 95% of the range that Earl Thomas has, but no, I think Terrell Edmonds went early because the Steelers fell in love with his personality and the culture fit. I don't see Terrell Edmonds as a free safety. Maybe he plays it, but I see him more as a Morgan Burnett type, who they signed. Oh, thanks for asking, Trigga, about player regression. Let's check that out. So, let's see. Who would have regret? There is a way to look at that, isn't there? My team. Player regression. Let's check this out. So, 29 years old, Jordan Reed only loses 1 catch in traffic. I love it. Trent Williams at 31 years old. The impact block goes way down, but no loss of strength, which is great. The speed doesn't go down, so that's a very realistic regression for a 31-year-old tackle. Kerrigan, he gets hit pretty hard, but 31 years old. That's probably pretty reasonable. Foster doesn't lose any speed. Really happy with this right now. Looks like Josh Norman slowed down a little bit, but that's reasonable. 1 speed, 1 agility for 31 years old. Very happy with that. All right, quarterback. Yes. Good work, Madden. Did not lose throw power. Did not lose speed. Did not lose agility. 35-year-old quarterback, not really regressing. I'm so happy with you right now. Hell yes. Can we get a collective applause for Madden, everyone? Good job. Yeah, no more freaking Cam Newton with 72 throw power at 37 years old. Love it. Oh, no. Le'Veon. That could very well happen. All right, Skidder, fine. I already looked at our division standings, but we'll look at the standings. We'll see how everyone did. Okay. Ravens, Packers, Chargers. Just go by division here. Ooh, they had to have an injury. They had to have had an injury. Okay, that's the South. The Colts fell apart. That sounds about right for the AFC East. I do think the Patriots have a bit of a down year, but they'll still win it. Okay. Yeah, that's about how I would probably give another win or two to the Vikes. Keep in mind, these aren't my rosters, so. But these are all like, did they like copy and paste my my deep dive predictions? Those are all, other than the Steelers. I don't think they disrespected the Steelers. They must have had an injury because that team is too good to go 2-12 or 2-14 rather. Yearly awards. Quarterback wins MVP. That's good to see. There's a lot of running backs getting coach or MVP last year. Deshaun gets Offensive Player of the Year. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go through all this. I only get 10 hours of trial time, boys, so I want to keep this moving. There's other things I want to get done on Madden before it's up. So let's take a look at the free agency. Jeez, Trey Boston at 86. I'm gonna make a bid on Trevor Williams. Big fan of Trevor Williams. Pretty good. Let's look at linemen. Wide receiver, maybe. So Dez. I think I'm all right with who we got. I mean, there's not really anyone here that I'm super excited about. I did not check out the gate how many rookies got released, but in the beta, it was still a lot. Yeah, there's no one here I'm too excited about. Tight end, we're fine. Let's sign Richie Incognito. Oh, he's out 21 weeks. He'll be fine. He'll be back. Let's bring Spencer Long back, too. We just let him go. The Redskins did before the season we just simmed. So hopefully get that line beefed up a little bit. I wouldn't mind signing Fowler to get another pass rusher in here. Most of our speed rushers are, or most of our pass rushers are more power rushers. Get some speed off the edge. Marcus Golden available too. He doesn't have any bids right now, so that's fine. I'm all right at linebacker. We could bring Brian Arakpo back too. One last little hoorah with his first team. We'll think about it. I'm not that surprised Fowler's there. They've got a lot of depth on the edge and probably not that much money. Welcome back, Crockhawk. Nice. We got two big signings there. I, Crockhawk, am a Packers fan, born and raised. Oh my God, Miami is splashing for Spencer Long. I'm not going to meet that. I'm just going to go for a different center. Oh, but he's the only guy left. That's why. That's kind of cool. I don't think that really happened last year where if like the other guys get signed and he's a good chunk better than the rest of the guys, then one team just ups the ante. That's pretty nice. That seems to be some sort of an upgrade. How much are they offering him? My goodness. You know what? We're just going to draft someone. Screw it. But what were our other negotiations? Richie Incognito. I want him. I'll give him another. We just looked at regression a minute ago, Caleb, and we all had a collective applause because it was virtually perfect. I had zero complaints. Literally, surprisingly, no comments on regression. It was very good. So I think you can go back and look at that portion of the stream. So we lose out on Incognito. I've been good, Shout. How you doing? Missed you. All right, draft day. Johnny Manziel.
Welcome to draft week. All the effort.
All right, here we go. We get to see the live presentation of this sucker.
The Colts are now on the clock.
That's good to hear, Shout. Glad things are going better. All right, so we probably pick in the mid rounds here. Let's just kind of look at what happens here after the first pick.
The Steelers
They go
are
D
now on the
tackle.
clock.
And then he should like come out. Maybe not. Maybe that's just one you pick.
The Giants are now on the clock.
All right, so wait, I thought we skipped to our pick.
The Broncos are now on the clock. The Redskins
There we
are
go.
now on the clock.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pause it because I don't like being under pressure. It scares me. Okay, there's a corner. Pretty slow. 24 years old. There's another corner. This guy's a little more athletic, 6'2", out of West Virginia, so he's close to home. That's a good prospect. We did not get... Ooh. This guy looks like a stud. We didn't get Incognito, so that seems like a good pick. I think that's got to be our pick here. Yeah, he's the one.
The Seahawks are now on the clock.
I reached. He's got normal development, but he's good. Needs to work on the finesse blocking a little bit. But that's fine with me. We got a good interior alignment. That's what we needed.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
Okay. So we got a lineman. Let's look at receiver here. I mean, looks pretty solid to me. Why not?
The Texans are now on the clock.
Yeah. I don't really have to have any commentary about these prospects because, and whether or not EA did a better job making draft prospects this year, because we'll just be using my custom draft classes for all this stuff once I make them. Once I figure out how to make them, because I couldn't find it in the menus. Oh, that's right. We didn't have a third-round pick because of the Alex Smith trade. Let's look at centers. That works for me. All right, we got our starting center. Instead of paying Spencer Long a boatload of money, we got a younger guy, but we don't have to pay as much in the 4th round to start.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
You can check the description there, Logan. Okay, so we got, how about tight end? Ooh, 6'7" tight end. That's kind of new. I don't think there was any 6'7" tight ends. Let's see how he is.
Seahawks are now on the clock.
He's pretty fast for 6'7". Lucky Hensley. Who'd I rather have, Doug Baldwin or Odell Beckham? Come on, man. It's Odell. He changed your name to C-Rock.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
All right, how about a corner now? Let's just throw a dart. Not on him, too slow.
The Seahawks
Oh,
are now on the clock.
a little bit of a sleeper there. 86 agility, though, for a 5'10" corner. That's still an issue, but hey, like I said, we're just going to use my draft classes so we don't have to deal with that baloney.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
You draft a 6'6", 98 speed receiver? That's incredible. Let's bring a fullback in
The
here.
Seahawks are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock.
I'm going to take one more corner because I'm pretty sure our depth there is like really bad.
The Seahawks are now on the clock.
Guy's not very fast, but good discipline. Well, through our first year here, very, very impressed with Madden 19. The gameplay is phenomenal. Huge upgrade in gameplay. And then the regression, I mean, we had to have a collective applause for EA Sports because they seem, I mean, just based, small sample size, obviously. But based on what we saw, I mean, good God, it's so much better. Alex Smith didn't lose any throw power. Some guys regressed at 30, some guys didn't. You know, I'd like to see a little more about, like, you know, I think it's randomized right now. You know, I'd like to see even more good year, bad year, you know, all that. But so good for regression. The draft, we know, is going to be fine because of custom draft classes. The progression is great. Big fan. So we'll play one little game here, one more game, and just get some more gameplay in there for those that might have missed it earlier on. There is a half decent chance it starts to lag, and in that situation, we'll just peace out. But the stream's been good so far.
Start the regular season by selecting your season goal.
I wonder if you can set
Now,
win
let's
Super
take a
Bowl
minute
this
to see
year.
how you can
Nope,
improve
still
your
same
team.
goals. Just gonna make the playoffs. We got the Giants. We got the New York Saquon Barkley's week 1. I missed out on so many details. I should at least look at the depth chart before we start, just to make sure we've got a functional roster out there. Start guys. Okay. Oh, we gotta. This is the one thing that needs fixing, and I'm just gonna note this down here because I'm gonna make my franchise review. Is a 3-4 team signs Dante Fowler, and he comes out as a 3-4 defensive end. No, he should be an outside linebacker. So first complaint there. First complaint. Edge players. Still not fixed. They did add the edge rush role, but that's still going to be a problem for computers, putting players in the wrong position. So, you know, instead of defensive end or outside linebacker, they really should just list guys as edge, IDL, or middle linebacker, because that is how the scouts speak. That is how Pro Football Focus does all of their rankings. It's how college teams think. It's a very outdated approach to say outside linebacker versus edge. All right, let's do this thing. I'm going to get up and pee, and because of this new Xbox, I don't even know if I'm going to have time to do that before this game starts, but I'm going to shut up during the presentation because I want to watch it and see how it is.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
All right.
They pass the eye test, don't they?
Here's to this stream holding up for another 20 minutes.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins,
regardless, I'm glad we were able to get back together again
well, let's face it, the aches
after
and
a
pains
rough start.
Really set in yet.
With some technical issues, but
a really good start
looks a little choppy on my end. Hopefully we're all right.
Set for football now on a rainy Sunday afternoon. And off we go.
Long bomb, do I have a noisy door or do I have a good mic?
Dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Giants.
Interesting jerseys there for the G-Man.
They'll be commanded by the veteran QB, the former Walter Payton Man of the Year in the league, Eli Manning.
An extremely durable
player. Oh yeah, love that graphic. You feel that ass.
NFL before missing one in 2017, and when you have to deal with him in the playoffs, and a Super Bowl's on the line, Eli Manning's at the top of his game.
On 1st and 10,
nice.
Here's Manning. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. The New York Giants offensively, their starters, and one guy out wide to take a look at.
Uh-oh, the Giants still have Eric Flowers in there at right tackle.
Coming out of Oklahoma. Personally and professionally, you can play him out wide, play him in the slot. He can return punts for you. He's a dynamic playmaker.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. And he's got the hook up for the first time with Herman Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So Herman Moore, his first grab of the game, and back in his day, he shattered all the Lions' receiving records.
The one kind of criticism I had from the beta that looks like it's the same, and I might need to make a notes on this. So they added the big nickel package, right, where the strong safety comes in as the nickel corner. Oh, I like that little interception. Oh, he didn't get touched. The big nickel. I like that they added. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a 3-4 team. They might run a big nickel, but they're not gonna switch their front most likely. I mean, some hybrid teams will, like the Chargers, but I might bring that safety down as a third linebacker or a nickel corner. But it doesn't mean I'm going to necessarily have my edge rushers all of a sudden put their hand on the ground when they're traditionally going to be, 3-4 outside linebackers.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Stream's glitching. That's what I was afraid of. I think this stream has lived out its life here. My computer's getting pretty hot here, and I don't want to make you guys sit through this laggy garbage. But I'm really glad you guys could join me. There is a full-length game at the beginning of this stream, so you can see some gameplay. Just unfortunately, you can only stream for so long on a laptop before things start to get hot. So that's going to end it. I'm really glad you guys tuned in. Again, I'm going to be streaming so much on Twitch. Make sure you're following me on twitch.tv/thatfranchiseguy. Also on Twitter @TFG_football. You're going to be able to see my updates where I'm at on the roster. Speaking of editing the roster on Twitch, I will be doing live roster edits over there. So you can kind of follow the teams as I'm editing them. But yeah, check out my Twitter and Twitch. Appreciate all of you guys as always. I'm going to be putting together now, after I go to get Chipotle, I'm going to put together my full-on franchise mode review. It's basically going to be a summary of this stream. But overall, I mean, man, I am happy with this game. So that was fun, guys. Appreciate you guys. Cheers. We'll see you soon.